of our homeschool room, which is actually our dining room. We don't have a fancy schoolroom. We just homeschool. And this is probably the cleanest we have it. So you will see, first of all, I collect marionettes from the Czech Republic. This was the dining room part before it became the full schoolroom. You see a little bit of dining room, mostly schoolroom. Okay, first of all, here's our schedule. Now I do Sunlight. I do 2 different curriculums. So I do the older kids set, which is 100 that I'm doing this year, and then the little kids set, which is a D. We're doing American history. So these are the things that we read all together. I'll have to see this year as they're all getting older. This is a lot. I don't know if we're going to be able to read this in 2 hours is what I like to shoot for. So we will see if they're actually able to do that. Then we start with our morning time, do this. This is the teens. Their independent work is over here. And see Nathan, my college student, helps me tutor that, or helps me organize that. And then the little kids down here is their work that they have to do. So everything they know. And then I love the whiteboard because we just kind of wipe it off and it helps us kind of see the progress of the year. This is my teaching materials. Right there I have my big Sunlight binder. I have the read out louds that I use. We have a CD player and a backup player because, all the backup stuff. Okay, funny thing, diffusing. I'm all about young living and we diffuse during the school. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. This is the one right here. Joy. Like, before we sit down, we got some joy diffusing in our scroll room. That's some crafts that the kids have made before. Okay, our grumble free jar is now our gratitude jar. So those are first things that we're thankful for. We put it in there every day. More dining room stuff before it was full schoolroom. And then over here we have art that they did last year. So I have an awesome friend, Lauren, who's actually an artist and she teaches art classes. She came last year, but we're going to have that more regular this year. This is the artwork that the kids did, inspired for Van Gogh sunflowers. You can see their different personalities totally in those. We have Alyssa on top left, Bella top right, Lauren bottom left, and Jordan bottom right. Casey and Florentina's, I think, are in the room. And then these are the big girls. So this is their little crates. So we're doing this for our quiet time, the Bible study. They also have a Bible study book that they're doing with Sunlight. And then their spelling, their language, grammar, all their stuff is in here. Notebooks for note taking, Wordly Wise is vocabulary, and then we have their math is back here. So each of the big girls have a crate with their things in them. All right, and then let's walk over here. So we have all the supplies. This is mostly the math type of things. I'm telling you, this is the cleanest it's going to be all year. The little kids, Florentina and the little kids have cubbies. This is crayons, their own color books, their art projects, all their kind of stuff. You see more kids are more organized than other ones. So they have those there. The big girls actually have a cabinet behind me that used to be the buffet. They have some stuff in it, and then all the supplies are organized. I kind of went crazy. Pens, colored pencils, Sharpies, glue, crayons. Okay, this makes me really happy. All the crayons. Probably in like 2 weeks they're all going to be dumped in this bin, but right now. And then here's another teaching bin with more supplies in it for me. And then here are the little kids' bins with phonics and Wordly Wise and their binders. More used to be dining room right there. And then over on this, see, my beautiful buffet holds maps and more supplies. There is some really nice china behind the map. It's really pretty antique china. Someday we'll be able to enjoy that. Now it's all about the map. Okay, this is really cute. So These are my friends that I get together every year. I don't know why it's in September. It's still August, but this is a calendar that we do. Photos, and then this is a little box I did. What are they called? Memory box? No, they're called something else. But this is my grandma's. That's my grandma's baby t-shirt from 1929. I just love that so much. So basically everything's set up. We have our binders. Each of the kids have their binder with their sunlight work. So I'll show you. I think this is the very last thing that needs to be done. Casey's. So this is Casey's binder. So it shows every day. We're gonna have the date. It has the things that have to be done. So he can mark that off. Now this is from my leader's guide, but I make a copy because it just helps for them to mark things off. And then that's what needs to be done for reading, so they can mark things off, and spelling and different activities. So this is all week 1. This is also continued week 1. Some things are copied on more than one page. And then week 2 starts here. So mysteries and marvels of nature. All these types of things are there for the kids. But I still have the activity sheets for them. I'm going to put them into the page. So week 1, where he needs it in the binder, all these activity sheets are going to be put in the right place. Right now they're just in here to hold them so they don't get scattered. But that is the very last thing, and I'll be completely ready to start tomorrow. We do read out loud, then we split up for 2 hours. I try to shoot for 2 hours. That's why I have the 10-hour homeschool week talk. I talk about trying to do the core of reading out loud with all the kids in 2 hours, and then we're going to split up, and the big kids have their independent reading and Bible study. I do Bible study with them too, but this year I really want them to learn how to do Bible study on their own also. And then the little kids stuff after that 2 hours, while the big kids are working on their stuff, I work on this stuff at the bottom, make sure they do their handwriting and phonics and reading out loud to me. But there it is, homeschool room, all set up, ready for tomorrow. We'll be eating here tonight, but as far as this one last binder's the last thing, and then we'll be ready to go.